Alright, this is the bias binder foot, and is actually one of the most handy feet you could possibly own. This one can handle up to a 1 1/8 inch wide bias single, which is just a single strip of bias, but the limit is 1 1/8 inches wide. This one is 1 inch that I'm using. Or you can use the pre-packaged double fold. You just have to press it flat. Okay, and how you're going to feed this fabric into the foot is you're going to cut like this little arrow point. You feed this in, and this, it helps to have a stiletto or a pin or a set of tweezers to help feed it through. Okay, I've used the pin to push it through, so I'm going to open it up, fold it up, take about maybe 3-4 inches out, and sort of finger press that down, because it's going to fit through this little channel. That's where it's going to fit. Okay, I put the foot into the machine, taking out about maybe 1 inch or 2 out of the back, and I want to set this machine up so that it is stitching in left needle, well, not quite center needle position. You're going to move this needle so that it catches just the edge. You want to catch both layers of fabric, and mine is set at about 2.5 width. My needle position is at 2.5 millimeters. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do is I am going to feed, I'll give it a few stitches just to make sure that it's catching. And I'm going to move it over 1 more to 3 just to be sure it catches it. And then what I'm going to do, then I have my other fabric, the one I want to apply it to. I'm going to just set so that it goes straight up. There, it's caught. I want to hold it in so that it catches. The straight fabric is going inside of this little groove. Now, this works perfect on a straightaway. Easy as pie. Little difficult is when you come to a curve. And so you have to just simply push in front of the needle so that it's up against this bar. Just gently push it to your right so that it catches. Otherwise, it's going to miss. I do have to say it's very difficult, if to me impossible, to do a mitered corner with this foot. You want to round all your edges. This is great for making pot holders, placemats. And you'll see it did caught both edges nicely. This also makes great drawstrings, so if you can do like yards and yards of this stuff to make drawstrings. I'll cut this off. And sew it out. See, I have a nice drawstring. It sewed the edges nicely, caught both sides. It does a very, very nice job. Okay, here I have single fold or double fold bias tape. Actually, it's called single fold. But if you buy a double fold where it comes like this, you just simply want to press it open. This is easier to thread through because part of it is already curved, and again, I will put about 1 inch of it behind the foot. Okay. Now here I want to make sure, go close, I want to make sure that this fold is going right here along the edge, and I'm setting my needle over. I probably need to set it over, this is a little narrower, so this one I do have at center needle position. because this time I'm going to again feed this through. And it goes along for the ride. And you want to keep that fold where the pieces meet right in the center. And you see it sewed it very nicely again on both sides. It caught both sides. Great foot to have. The only limitation we have with this foot is the fact that it is limited to about 1/4 of an inch finished binding, and that's as wide as it will go. It's a set size. In order to use wider bias binding, then you're going to need the adjustable bias binder foot, and we'll cover that next.